Today we are going to show the structure of vertebra. I am showing the structure of only one vertebra. There are so many vertebrae in spinal cord. If this is a spinal cord, there are so many vertebrae from the first to last. There are several vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae, sacrum and coccygeus, so many. But we are going to learn about only one vertebra because the structures are same for all the vertebrae. At first, we will learn the main parts of the vertebra. In the structure, in the typical vertebra, that consists vertebral body, vertebral arch and several processes that we are going to learn. First of all, the body. This is the body of a vertebra. This is the body. In this body, the vertebral body, this is thick. This is thick and disc shaped. This means round shaped. And the weight bearing part of the vertebra. After that we are going to learn the vertebral arch. To learn the vertebral arch, we have to know several parts that are lamina. This is the lamina. This is the lamina. This is pedicle. This is vertebral foramen. And this is facet. In this vertebral arch, the two short, thick processes are there. First process is pedicle and the second process is lamina. Short process, thick processes. The pedicles project posteriorly from the body of vertebra. If this is the pedicle, is projects means extends towards the, that means posteriorly from the body, from the vertebral body. So pedicle projects from the towards the posterior side from the body. After that, then unite with the flat lamina. After that, unite with the flat lamina. It's unite with the flat lamina. This is lamina. It's unite with the flat lamina. And to form the vertebral arch. If this is the pedicle and this is the lamina and they are unite to form the arch. This is lamina, this is pedicle and this is lamina. In this side same they are attached, in this side same they are attached and forms the vertebral arch. This is round shaped, this is vertebral arch. After that, vertebral foramen. This whole like structure is vertebral foramen. The canal through which the spinal cord passes, from this canal the spinal cord passes. There are the canals. This is the foramens. In this, because of the attachments we are not showing, but in these places they are attached. In these places the spinal cord is going from these places. In this a hole like structure, from this the spinal cord is passes. After that, the vertebral foramen of all vertebra form the vertebral canal. This is, I have showed that the all vertebral foramens attached, after attaching they are making a canal for passing the spinal cord. After that we are going to see the processes. There are 7 processes arise from the arch. What are the processes? The first process is the transverse process. In that transverse process, this is the transverse process. In this transverse process, 7 processes are there. In this first process is transverse process. What is a transverse process? At the point where a lamina and a pedicle join. In this place, the lamina and pedicle, in this place they are joints, and from this place the transverse process arises. This is transverse process. From this place the transverse process is arise. From the point extends laterally. The transverse process extends laterally. Laterally means towards the sides. After that, second process is the single spinous process. This is the spinous process. In this single spinous process projects posteriorly from the junction of 2 lamina. This 2 lamina, and this is a junction of 2 lamina, means this is an attachment point of 2 lamina. From this attachment point, from this junction, the spinous process is arise. These processes are several. These processes serve as points of attachment for muscles. These processes means the transverse processes and the spinous processes give the attachment to the muscles. From this area and from this area muscles are attached. After that, there are 4 more processes. In the 4 processes, 2 superior articular processes and 2 inferior articular processes. And here is the superior articular processes. We cannot show the inferior articular process because this is situated in the posterior part, and because of that we are showing only the superior articular processes. In this picture, this is the superior articular process. This is a one vertebra. In this is the superior articular process, and this is the inferior articular process. In superior articular process and inferior articular process. After that, the articulating surfaces of the articular processes means where the processes articulates with the other processes, that surfaces called facets. In this, articulating surface of superior articular process is that called facets. Same as the attachment articulating surface of the inferior articular process is also called the facets. In this, articulating surfaces of the articular process is called facets, covered with hyaline cartilages. This and this covered with hyaline cartilages because of the attachment and to reduce the friction. At last, we will learn the articulation formed between the bodies and articular facets and called intervertebral joints. The articulation means joints formed between the bodies. In this, what is the body? This is the body. And what is the facets? These two are the facets. This is the superior articular facets, and we have showed the inferior articular processes. In this, the articulation formed between the bodies. In this, the bodies are situated. And these are the inferior articular processes and inferior articular processes. Superior articular processes, inferior articular processes. And the articulation, these two body articulation and this superior articular processes articulates with the inferior articular processes of upper vertebra. This is the upper vertebra. This is the inferior vertebral process of upper vertebra, and this is attached with the superior articular process of second vertebra. This attachment and the body attachment of the two vertebrae are called intravertebral joints. With this, we have finished our vertebral column in very short form. Thank you.